Hey, Bob here. I'm gluing on the back to this other Brazilian rosewood guitar I'm making. This may be the last guitar I ever make, unless I get some crazy notion to do it again. Anyway, the top on this guitar will be German spruce. The back is Brazilian, the sides are Brazilian. And I've already documented the other guitar, but this being probably my last guitar, I decided to document it. Today is September 17th, 2025. It's 5 minutes to 12. I'm going to wait for the second hand to come around. I like to time how long it takes me to put the glue on. I like to get everything done within about 10 minutes as far as get the glue down and the back on. It doesn't have to be clamped, just get it in place. So here we go. Once you start, there's no turning back. This is Titebond 1. And I put more glue on the back than I do on the top because I can clean up the squeeze out. So I put it on a little more liberally. Not a ton, but I certainly don't skimp on the glue. And I try to put it on the rim, not on the kerf as much, because it's going to, gravity's going to make it seep down. Okay, immediately I start daubing. And if I think I have too much glue, I will move it around a little bit. I might put some on the foot. Okay. Okay. That's good for now. I'm going to do the pockets. The garbage truck picked a great time to come. It's actually the yard waste guy. Every Wednesday they pick it up. So now, of course, he's backing down the street. We have a cul-de-sac at the end of our street, and it may be where there's not enough room for him to get around. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit on each brace end. And of course I have to do the foot. Okay. Put a little bit more on the heel. All right. And before we stick the back, I'm going to check the glue all the way around. And whoop, everything's nice and wet. And we've got plenty on here. Okay, time to go. Clean my finger off here. This is a 3-piece back. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put it in place, and I want to check the center lines. Here more. Good. And that one is right on. So at this point, just make sure everything's down. No grit on the back. I'll take my wafer, Masonite wafer, smooth side up against the wood and rough side out. Don't forget the bottom of these clamps have sandpaper attached to them. It's a good start. Just pull this down a bit, not too tight. So the gluing isn't that difficult. The work is in fitting the back. And fitting the back is critical. I've already done that hard stuff. I'm just going to tighten these up a bit. For the time being. Nice. I'm doggy sitting my daughter's dog Teddy again today. And after I finish this, my daughter is a teacher and she's got a short day in school today. She and I are gonna take a trip over to Claremont, Florida, about 15 miles from here. And we're going to look at a house in the neighborhood where we're looking, 55 plus neighborhood. A new house is coming on the market. We've looked at 5 different homes in there. We've toured, but we haven't quite found the one we're looking for. So this house is about to come on the market. So my daughter's coming over and I'll follow her home. And then we're going to take Teddy home, drop him off, and go check out the house. It's about 7 miles from her home. Then tonight, a good friend of mine, Mike Petrovich, great local guitar player, and he actually plays a 2003 Desmond signature model, which I made just for him. He's playing in my neighborhood tonight, and he seldom does that anymore. Okay, so in order to get this guy on, gotta move that for a moment. We'll get back to it in a second. So I got a busy day today. My wife is in San Francisco, which is allowing me to get quite a bit of work done on the guitars and finally get these new ones closed up. See, I have some cleanup to do at the heel cap. And time-wise, I'm pretty good. Now the back is more work than the top because the cleanup is more. When I do the top, there usually isn't any cleanup because I put a little bit less glue on. And I don't worry too much about that because when I put the bindings on, essentially the top gets glued again. Okay. Tighten these up. We'll start with just kind of a general tightening. And one thing I like to do is flip this over quickly and clean the glue up. Checking out the outside glue squeeze out is just a little too much at the heel cap. And that side looks about the same. Yep. Okay, so that's good. Let me see here. I'm going to move this just a little bit further out. Right about there. And we're going to move the heel cap just a tiny bit. Oops, not that much. Okay. Yeah, right there. Beautiful. And one of these, I can't get my fingers in there, so I'll tighten it a little bit more. Pair of pliers. Okay. Second tightening. The bottom of the bottom blocks, let me start that again. The bottom blocks have cork glued to them, not sandpaper. And the cork tends to squeeze together just a tiny bit, and that's why I can retighten these. But this back will never come off now. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna just widen out the camera. Tilt it up a bit. Sounds like it's raining out. It is raining out. Okay. We'll go with that. So I'm going to flip this guitar over, but in order for the gravity to make the glue go back down, but I do have a little bit of excess squeeze out here. I want to see if I can get. Starting to pour out. The RH in here is 42%, temperature 76.5. I'm perfectly fine with those numbers. And I'm just going to see if I can okay. So I'm more concerned about the inside squeeze out than the outside squeeze out. It is pouring out. So my plan going forward, right now, this is my last guitar. My final guitar. However, one never knows. The next thing we're planning on doing is possibly moving. I'm about to turn 71 in October, and I think now is a good time to do less yard maintenance and pool maintenance and everything else. So anyway, we're thinking about moving. However, we're looking at 3-car garages, and that third car will possibly be a workshop. Okay, we're going to flip this over and see what we got going on in here. So I have just a small amount of cleanup in here. I like to make sure I don't have any drips, and I don't. So there's a couple of goobers I'm going to get before I sign off here. I sharpened my wood chisels So I do it on my benchtop disc and belt sander combination sander. Just like to get this heavy stuff off. It's not too heavy, a little bit of squeeze out here. And I'm going to wrap this video up in just a second. Aha, there's a drip. I'm glad I checked. Got a drip on the neck block. Not bad, I'll just clean it up with a damp rag. Okay. And the rest of this I will futzy around with. So anyway, thanks for watching. The main reason I'm photographing this is because it's probably my last guitar ever. So I wanted to kind of document it. And we will make a video also of the top being glued on, this one, for the same reason. But other than that, it looks good. Everything fits nicely. Not too much glue squeeze out, just perfect all the way around. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. I'm going to continue to make videos on guitar making. Whether I stop or not, there's a lot more things I'd like to share, thoughts and ideas and things about the way I do it. And I will reach a point where I'm done sharing my information, and I'm just putting it out there. It'd be a shame for it to go to the grave with me, like so many guitar makers before have gone to the grave without sharing their techniques, etc. Bob checking out. Have a great day. Thank you.